Okay, there we go. We've got another episode of In the Kitchen with Martin Kobald, and I've got a very famous Egyptian chef here today, Chef Hossam Soliman. He's
Hi.
the president of the Egyptian Chefs Association already for a couple of years now. I think we know each other for a good 15
Many
years.
years.
Many years. I had the privilege of visiting Egypt for many years, doing a lot of competitions there. And you know, for me, the best memory of Egypt competitions, when I went to for the first time, you invited was still Marcus was there, and Mirjam, you know, he was that time the president of the Chefs Association there. And I came there for the first time and I looked at the food and I said, oh my God, what's going on here? They're like 50 years behind, of the international standards, you know. But then a couple of years later, you know, there was a lot of training happening. There was, you know, a lot of emphasis for quality, for presentation and everything. And all of a sudden, a couple of years later, the Egyptian national team wins gold medal at the Culinary Olympics. I mean, hello, you know, this is such a great achievement. And, you know, and no credit to myself at all, I must be honest. But what I would like to say, when I came there for the first time and the second time and the third time, you know, we as judges, we're always doing something. We give a lot of feedback to the people after they competed. And when I came back the next year, the same people which I gave feedback to, they made the same plate and it did exactly what I told them. And it was going better and better. So what it tells me all the time, but the people embrace it.
Exactly. Yeah.
They embrace. They want to learn, and this what really impressed me so much with Egypt. But Chef Hossam, thank you very much for joining me today.
Sure.
So, what are you doing now these days? I mean, we're here in Dubai now. We're judging. It's very, very hot for me. I'm coming from winter now. You're coming from Egypt, so the heat doesn't do anything to you. But what are you doing now these days? Where are you working? Last time I know you were working at the Interconti in Egypt,
I moved
Cairo,
to,
and now where you are?
Steigenberger.
Steigenberger.
Steigenberger company.
Yeah.
I joined Steigenberger for 3 years now.
Okay.
And it was a great time.
And still executive chef and still loving it?
I'm the director of the kitchens,
The kitchen director?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, as a first time I met you, you know, you didn't speak very well English. Now, no problem at all. Now you're speaking very well English. That is fantastic. So, Egypt. I mean, as we said already, I've been there. I love the country. I love the people. And it's through this very, very hard time we all went through now, and yes, it's getting a little bit better. The pandemic, COVID-19. Obviously, in Egypt, there's a lot of chefs lost their jobs, I'm sure.
I think Egypt is not different. Egypt, like other countries, all face problems.
Yeah.
Now, many chefs during the COVID-19, we suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
Some chefs lost their job, some chefs sitting home. Even me, I sat at home for more than 2 months.
I actually saw a picture with you once sitting on your balcony smoking shisha.
Smoking my shisha.
Well, but that's fantastic. But obviously you got out of it again, and a lot of other chefs got out of it as well.
We have to live with it.
And that's the attitude.
We have to live with it.
So, how long did you sit at home?
Actually, 2 months and a half.
So what did you do when you were sitting at home? How did you pass time?
Really, it was not hard time, but this is the first time for me to sit at home for 2.5 months, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it helped me to creating a group on a Facebook, teaching people, learning people, connecting with many chefs.
Yeah.
So I have now in my Facebook group more than 50,000 Egyptians.
Yeah.
Really helps to know each other, talk to each other, and improving and talking about the culinary improvement in Egypt, and really it helps.
So you were educating your fellow chefs.
Yes.
And networking and communicating with them. And I'm sure it helped not only you, but it helped them as well.
The others, yes.
You know, because it keeps them motivated and it keeps the right attitude and saying, we want to do that.
Yes.
We've got the right thing. And I think this is so important. I think this should also be the message for the people out there around the world, because it's so important. I mean, we're very lucky, you know, we got a great network all around the world.
Yes.
But it's not just because we're sitting at home and not doing anything. You need to create the network.
Yes.
You need to
we
create
learn in that time many
Absolutely.
things.
So in Egypt, obviously, like we said, there's a lot of chefs also lost their jobs.
Yes.
Anything comes quickly to your mind which you thought, wow, that's amazing what that chef did to survive? Anything like...
Many chefs changed their career.
Yeah.
And they're starting to think to open his own business.
Okay.
So
Like street food or something?
Yes,
or?
exactly.
Okay.
Some chefs already work in a different restaurants rather than to work in a big hotel and big company, big chain.
Yeah.
They don't care now about hotels and they're starting to work in a small restaurants.
Yeah.
And some of chefs open a truck of food on the street.
Yeah.
And selling good products
Yeah.
to survive. يعني that
And
I
they
think
will
it's not
support.
shame. يعني,
Yeah. No, of course not.
To change your career or even doing anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, to survive. It was great from them.
Yeah.
يعني, and I saw people coming back to work now.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the more than 9 months, they are not with us. Now we call them again to join us again in
Yeah.
our hotel, and they come and join us.
Okay.
Now in Egypt, I think we facing problem to found chefs.
Okay.
You know, because the chefs when they left the hotels and do another job, they don't come back. Some of them don't come back.
Yeah.
You know.
So they're changing profession completely.
Yes,
It's going out of the
yes,
hospitality industry and doing
yes,
something else.
yes,
Unfortunately, yeah, we're losing some of the good chefs most probably, but it's a survival thing, you know. If you don't
Exactly.
have a job, you need to make money. You've got family, so you can't really blame them neither, you know.
In my hotel, I remember we didn't pick our chefs from or any employees from the hotels.
So did they get paid still?
Yes,
A reduced salary or like?
it has been reduced because a certain amount of our 12% money has been reduced.
Okay.
So it has been reduced to the
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. But at least you still had an income. You could
Yes.
pay for your
Yes.
could pay for your house, could buy some
you
food
have to
and
live
everything.
with it. You have to
Well,
live
that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the Egyptian Chefs Association, they've been growing over the years. It's fantastic to see. And now, I mean, yesterday we were talking, and I mentioned by joke, I said, because I just received an email from the Egyptian Chefs Association, and oh, another one. You know, they're just like really mind-boggling. You know, there's always nuisance and
Yeah,
always
it's
not
another
nice thing.
We-
But
we're
you know,
not-
but
we're not stop.
I was just joking, and
We're
this
not
was,
stop.
and this for me is like I can see the Egyptian Chefs Association really very much in the African country, very much in the forefront of communicating with their members. You know, I mean, there's literally every week there's a newsletter, there's courses you're doing, etc., etc.
Exactly. I can
Which is
tell
fan-
you
and they're
that
all for free.
During this year of coronavirus, we have increased our training programs. We have done many training, many workshops, many practical training during that time, better than before.
Yeah. Wow.
People, they have time
Yeah.
to join the training.
Yeah.
Before they are working, they have no time.
Sure.
Now all they have time.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so that
it must be
was-
that must make you really proud. Isn't it?
Yes.
You know?
All of
Yeah.
our job has been done good, very good.
Yeah. So how many members have you got currently in the Egyptian Chefs Association? Roughly.
It's about 5,000,
Oh, yeah.
50. You know, every year the number increased.
Yeah.
But some of them do not continue to
Okay.
continue renew their
The
membership.
membership fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But a lot of new chefs joining the association every year, especially
Okay.
the junior chefs.
Well, the new chefs, that's
The
for
new
me a
chefs.
word now which I would like to add on. And I've been asking that a couple of other chefs in previous interviews, you know, with the pandemic, of course, hospitality industry down internationally, literally on the knees, but slowly but surely climbing up again. But now there's youngsters coming out of school, out of normal primary school, from the government schools, etc. Now they're thinking, I want to become a chef. But hospitality industry is not so nice. A lot of people have got no jobs, etc. What would you say to a youngster who comes to you and says, Chef, I want to become a chef, but it's not really, doesn't look like I'm going to get a job. What would you say to something like this?
They should really try because I am focusing on the young chefs.
Okay.
For me, the young chefs is like a dough.
Yeah.
You know, when they come to the hotels, whatever you tell them to do, whatever you teach them, the basics, they follow. Okay, it's so easier for me to teach young chefs than to have unprofessional chefs. You know, I have young chefs, they start from beginnings, take my recipe, following my standards, and I think those chefs for a company to benefit.
Okay.
So that's why I'm looking for always the young chefs.
So there's always a place for chefs.
Yes.
People will always eat.
Yes.
People will always go out
Always
and
a
eat.
place.
And like you say, even food trucks, a professional chef running a food truck, it's great quality. People will support that. So I'm 100% with you, and a lot of other chefs as well. I've been talking to over the last couple of
I tell
days.
you the truth. During the last year, I have lost more than 25 chefs.
Yeah.
And who's running the operation? The young chefs.
The young chefs.
The young chefs.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I thank them.
So you trust them
I
100%.
trust them. The young chefs in my operation, even if I need support,
Yeah.
I call for young chef, even for casual time or part times.
Oh yeah.
They come and help me.
Wow. Well, so
was
there's
really-
always something.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So in Egypt, if somebody wants to become a chef, what do they have to do? Is there hotel schools or chef schools, and how long does the training take? The qualification.
We have many of schools in Egypt
Yeah.
teaching hotel schools, basics,
Yeah.
but not professionals,
Okay.
culinary school.
Yeah.
But after they finish their program, they come to the hotels to do a practical training.
Okay.
We support them. As soon as they brought...
Celebrating time that side there. They obviously won a gold medal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as they brought a letter from the school or
Yeah.
from the academy,
Yeah.
we support them and give them a time to train by our hotels.
Okay.
Even if it's for 3 months or for 2 months, whatever the time they want, we support them. And sometimes we hire them after.
Okay.
So we give a space to them that is they are better than others to hire them.
Sure.
Because as soon as they finish their training in our hotels,
Yeah.
so we support them.
So there's no formal qualification
No,
as a
no,
chef
no,
in
no, no,
Egypt.
no.
So they basically come out of school, and if they're interested,
Yes.
they knock on your door and say,
Yes.
Chef Hossam, I'd like to become a chef. Can I come and
Exactly.
work there for you a little bit?
Exactly. Many
So they're
chefs ask
practical.
me also, but through the Facebook chef, can I training by your hotel? So
Yeah.
they say, come over, bring your letter from your school,
Yeah.
and come join us for training.
Okay, so say again, what hotel you working at? Because after that, there's going to be a lot of people knocking on
Don't
your
worry,
door. Huh?
I'm worried.
Huh?
I'm
No,
waiting.
That's good.
I'm waiting.
That's fantastic. Well, Chef, it's amazing. I'm very, very happy. I'm very proud to have you as
Yeah,
my
me
friend.
too. Thank you.
And I hope I'll see you again one day in Egypt when you got a
Sure,
competition. It would be
sure,
nice. And I'm so proud of the Egyptian chefs. Over the last 15 years, they've grown so much. And being a small country, Egypt's a small country. And in Cairo, there's a huge community. Like you say, you've got over 5,000 members now in the hospitality industry. In the last 15 years, the quality of the culinary theme in Egypt has grown so much. I mean, the restaurants, what you guys have, it's
many
not just the
restaurants
hotels. It's so many, but they're all good quality. It's all fresh, even the markets. I love the markets. Where you get the flatbreads and those. What are they
Nice.
called? This pretzels with all the sesame seed. What are they called?
Smith.
Smith. Oh, my favorite. Not good for the tummy, not good for the stomach for my size, but they're so nice. The coffee is fantastic. You are fantastic, and thank you very much
Thank
for
you
joining
too.
me
Thank
today.
you.
And my best greetings to your team at the
Thank you.
Egyptian Chefs Association.
We're waiting for you.
I'll
You
be
come
there.
soon.
Yeah, whenever you got a competition, a big event, I'm looking forward to come. For me, it's not far to go, so I'll be there anytime.
Sure.
But
sure.
thank you, Chef.
Thank you for
Great
your support
stuff.
always.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you
you.
so much. Eh?
Thank you.
Cheers. Well, that was another great episode of In the Kitchen with Chef Martin Kobald. There is the chef from the Egyptian king.